I've been wearing this Giro Tyrant mountain bike helmet for 3 years now, and in this video I'm going to tell you why I picked this helmet in the first place, go over all of the questions that you might have about this helmet if you're interested in buying it, and then just kind of give my impressions on this helmet after 3 years of wearing it. So the main reason I got this helmet in the first place was because of the way that it looks. Now this is a helmet that you either love or you hate. This is not going to be like a kind of normal style that you see out on the trails, and that is because it has this like drop down earpiece. So this is similar to the Fox drop frame helmet with the way that the ears kind of come down. And you know, it's not everybody's cup of tea, but I thought that this looked really cool. And I thought it was this sort of like nice middle ground protection between a full face helmet and a half shell. And I, at the time, was doing a lot of enduro riding, a lot of like free ride style stuff, and I was really inspired by like the whole dirt jump scene and everything. So this helmet, I feel like, really embodied that. And this helmet's motto is actually style over speed as well, and I feel like this has a certain style to it, a certain look that you're either gonna like it a lot or you're just not gonna like it. So that was the main selling point for me, was the way that this helmet looks. In addition to that, I really liked the added bit of protection here on the ears. So this way I have protection now on the side of my head, the other side of my head, and the back of my head. This goes down pretty far in the back. So I felt like it was kind of increasing my odds of just kind of saving myself if I fell. And I really liked that idea. I like the idea of the extra protection without having something directly in my face. Now, I've worn like mountain bike glasses and goggles and stuff before, and I just absolutely hate the distracting feeling of having something in my peripheral vision. So having this, it completely stays out of my peripheral vision. You do not see this or anything when you're riding down the trail. And I just feel like it gives this sort of open face design while still having like the most amount of protection that you can get in a like half shell helmet. I don't really know if you should qualify this as a half shell or a full face. It's like I said, it's somewhere kind of in the middle. So those were my biggest reasons for buying the helmet in the first place. Let's go over some of the features without getting too techy that you'll need to know if you want to buy this helmet. So one of the best features of this helmet is the MIPS design. So inside of the helmet, it kind of has sort of a ball and socket joint that moves inside of the outer shell of the helmet. So what this does is if you impact the ground, it's going to help yourself from basically getting a concussion. So that was something that I wanted to look at when I bought a helmet, is to make sure that it had MIPS, and this one does. And it also includes MIPS for a pretty reasonable price as well. This helmet is not super expensive, which is another great selling point of this helmet. So another technical feature that you might want to know is this has an adjustable visor, so you can put it up about this high and you can put it down. In the back here, you got sort of this like ratchet style. It's really easy to use. I can like kind of adjust it with one hand, and it has like a nice kind of clicking action. It stays really secure on your head. The one thing that I had to do when I first got the helmet, and I didn't really know this until like a couple rides in, is that you can adjust this little red thing down here and kind of lower this part, this like kind of bottom part that sits on the back of your head. You can lower that or raise it. So for me, I had to put it into the lowest setting so it would like really hug down the bottom of my cranium, and that brought the entire helmet down on my head, and it looked a lot better. There was like a huge forehead gap when I first tried on this helmet, and it just kind of didn't look right. But then once I adjusted that, it was way more comfortable. So definitely play around with that. Not only do you look dorky when it's like super high up on your head or maybe too low on your head, but it's probably also a safety concern as well. So definitely get that dialed in. It's super important. Speaking of dialing things in, they also have cheek pads that come with it, like spare cheek pads. So if the cheek pads don't fit super well, straight away you can just like swap them out for the bigger or smaller ones to get more of a tailored fit. I think I just used whatever ones they came with, and they worked plenty fine for me. So then it's got these ear vents down here, and you can hear plenty fine out of the ear vents. I don't feel like it obstructs my hearing or anything like that, but I think the little bit of added padding down here actually helps in wintertime, especially when the wind really wants to blow through your ears. You can kind of get that numb ear feeling. So especially up here in Pennsylvania, it gets pretty cold in the wintertime, so having these sort of ear warmers built in is pretty nice. But I don't really think that it gets super hot in the summertime. That's really, I think, one of the biggest concerns that people have with this helmet is it going to be super hot in the summertime? Are you going to be sweating? And I really don't find that to be the case. Now, again, I'm pretty used to wearing this helmet, but I feel like compared to the other helmets, the more traditional half shells that I've worn in the past, don't make me, you know, any less hot than this helmet does, which is pretty cool. So you get that extra protection without like being in a full-on full face where you kind of feel like you're a Power Ranger or something and you're just like trapped inside of a mask or whatever. So do me a favor and go ahead and hit the like button. It really helps us to get this video out to more people, and it also recommends more videos like this to you in the future. So it's a win-win, and we really appreciate it. Thanks. And it just looks good still, like there's no fading. I got the matte black, which is cool because it has like the blacked out logos and everything. All you can see is like the MIPS, and then I've got my own little sticker up here. But it's like super subtle, and I just feel like the matte black looks super good. But it comes in a bunch of different colors as well if you don't like the matte black. But yeah, so after 3 years of wearing this helmet, I've got to say, if I was going to buy another helmet tomorrow, I would probably just go and buy another one of these. And I probably should, because you're supposed to replace your helmet every couple years. So I might be buying a new one of these soon, and luckily they still sell these, which is just another testament to how awesome this helmet is. And it's sort of like a classic. I feel like if the world didn't have this particular weird helmet, the mountain bike world just wouldn't be as cool. So I love this helmet. I think it's become kind of part of my personality and part of my style at this point, and I think I'll probably get another one if I have to replace it. So thank you so much for watching the video. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you next time.